Okay, 30th of March. Welcome to the Public Daily Investment Show, where we go through ASX and US indices and subsectors and commodity prices, looking for places to invest. So starting off with the ASX 300, we're off 0.8%. So it's the weekly chart, the daily chart. So we're still holding support in the measured move here. So looking to put in a higher low. That's going to depend on our two big sectors. The first being, so the financials. So still expecting a little bit more of a shakedown with the banks, led by this guy, CBA, who just happens to have a nice little gap here at around $162. So maybe that fill will fill that out. So we're being led by the materials. The material sector. Nice strong bounce. Nice, very nice. That's where you want to be. If we want to compare the materials to the financial sector. So the switch was on last week, and I reckon that's where I reckon it's all going. Materials to outperform financials all the way up there over time. So if you're not positioned that, $10 a month, join the channel, ASX US shares, ETFs, we do it all. The energy sector. So we'll have a look at oil. I don't think it's going away anytime soon. I don't think Trump's got it in him. Anyway, the energy sector is still, so we're a hold and just taking a stop loss view, because you just keep going up. So energy over materials. So energy is where you'd want to be for the last month or so. So it'd be interesting to see if energy outperforms materials or materials start outperforming. The poor old gold miners so if we can get above here tomorrow, then that's technically a higher low. So that's good news. Not for our tech sector. So our tech sector's broken support. Stay away. We're out. Discretionary. So the consumer discretionary, just hanging on. The staples doing what they're meant to do. So the staples over discretionary. So defensive market. So basically staples are just going flat. That's what's making them outperform discretionary. Okay, so over to America. So this is the VIX, the futures VIX. So we're still very elevated. This is the VVIX, so the volatility of the VIX. So it's still elevated. The S&P, so it's broken support. So I did a couple of videos on the weekend. If you didn't see them, I'll leave at the end of this. The futures market. We'll go to a daily chart. So there's a bit of a bounce, but I don't think it's got it in it. So this is materials over the S&P 500. So again, you want to be. This is materials getting their little shellacking the last month, and now they're coming back. A new chart for you. So this is the S&P 500 stocks above the 50-day average. So if we overlay the S&P 500, so obviously, so down here is when there's not many stocks above the 50-day average. So, and you can see if we take, so here you can see the blue line, that's the S&P. So that indicated a bottom here, this one here, nice bottom there, this one here, bottom there, this one here, bottom there. So that's suggesting a little bit more pain before we see a bottom. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit the like. Give us a hype, a boost. So the Nasdaq's the same. The futures on the Nasdaq, so it's up, but yeah, let's see what happens tonight. So the whole world's watching this guy here, Nvidia, the biggest company in the world. If he can't hold this support level here, there's absolutely nothing to go by. So if that, yeah. So tonight, so semiconductors. So these are like the backbone for the American economy. So semiconductors over the Nasdaq. So we're starting to make a bit of a lower high, so signalling a top of the semiconductors over the Nasdaq. Financials couldn't do it, so they've tanked. So we can see JP Morgan, even the king, Berkshire Hathaway, is he's got a bit of down move there. Visa. So they're all looking terrible. Material sector in America, so green. Materials over the Nasdaq. Global gold miners, so a bit like ours. So tonight we can see if we can get a bit of a punch there. We'll have a look at the gold price. Energy sector, giddy up. So energy over the Nasdaq, that's where you want to be. Healthcare in America, it's taking a bit of a beating too. Mid caps, nothing exciting there. Israel, it's getting a bit of a where is he? Looks like a bit of a rounded top coming to Israel there. That's led by, this is the biggest stock there, defence contractor. It's volatility, so that's probably a top two. Dubai. So this doesn't trade today, it opens in this afternoon. So this is last week's close, indecision candles. Dubai real estate and Dubai financial markets. Okay, India, it doesn't look good. China, it's trying, but not yet. So emerging markets holding support. Germany, so the Germans aren't doing too well. There's a shooting star at resistance. Korea, this will be an interesting one. I know some people have, we weren't in it. But this is going to be this is going to be attached to the whole chip thing. I did that video on the weekend, which I'll leave. So there's a potential nice little correction coming for Korea. Your high growth super fund. So it was back above. Now he's back down again. So again, it's our focus here. So materials. So if you had materials focus in your super fund, that's where you want to be, and that's where you didn't want to be. But now we're back into it again. Same with energy. So if energy and materials focus in your super fund, that's what we do. So VGS hanging on there. A break on the Nasdaq will break this trend line here. So again, materials focus and energy focus over VGS. Okay, interest rates. So Aussie 1 year. So that's today here. So we've sprinted pretty hard. Aussie 5-year, but the trend, I mean, it's up. It's not. They're not big candles down this way. So your bonds, Aussie bonds, US interest rates, 5-year, 1-year. So what are we weekly? So technically that's a shooting star which signals the top. A bit like this one and these ones. So let's see. So yeah, international bonds technically broken support. So this is a new one for you. So this is your balanced super fund option for you. This is what your chart looks like. And then we've got our conservative super fund option. Okay, US dollar. So we're right on that 100.4. Very interesting. See if the stock market tanks, will the US dollar, will it get a rip? So the Aussie dollar obviously coming down. Very roundish, topish, that's saying USD up. The Bible, so our commodity index up. So commodities over the S&P 500 up. Okay, here we go. So gold. Okay, we're getting to crux time with gold. So we've got this. This would be very bearish for gold if this trend line here gets broken. Rising trend lines are not good. Declining trend lines are good. So that's so far that's setting up to be bullish. But a break below here would be bearish. So let's wait and see. So the same applies for silver. So she's got the rising trend line here, but a lovely cup and handle break from a declining channel handle. So a break above 72, and she'll be off. Platinum. So platinum's, I think, maybe somewhere near a bottom. Palladium, I think, is at their bottom. Dr. Copper. So he's starting to look okay. He needs to sort of break above 560 here to put a bottom in. Okay, oil. Now that does not look like something that's going to crash to me. So this is the light sweet over in America. We got the futures. When you're ready. Hello. What's the? There we go. The rooster stopped running. So the crude futures are still. So this is December. So the futures market is still implying higher oil prices. This is the light sweet, but northern Asian price. So 107. So this is the premium, the difference between the two. So premium starting to rise there. This is the medium sour from Oman. This comes from outside the Strait of Hormuz. You can see it went up to 170. What's the premium with? So the premium's gone away. I think we're just neutralizing to higher prices. This is the Dubai. The Dubai. So this is oil from the Strait. So premium 20, so that's still a premium there. Yeah, and Canadian crude. So yeah, they're popular because the refineries over the Middle East, they like the heavy stuff. So I think Canada might become popular. People don't want to buy from America; they'll go to Canada. It's one thing we've got with lots of good US ETFs in this oil and gas space, service companies, pipelines. Yeah, they're ripping. Okay, natural gas in America, flat. Natural gas in Asia, still high. East Coast gas here, still low. European gas at the highs. UK gas at the highs. Gas is going to be a problem. So iron ore at the highs. Lithium at the highs. Uranium not doing very much. I think the world will wake up to uranium. I mean, imagine if you had your country running off just uranium energy, then who gives a crap about the oil? Anyway, I don't think you can have uranium tractors, diesel trucks though, but yeah, I think it's going to give the whole world a wake up now. Coal, thermal coal, that looks like it's going to rip. And coking coal, it's not doing very much. Nickel, still doing that fat flag. Aluminium spiked. Okay, what's happening to our food costs? Okay, so soybeans. So just doing a bit of consolidation there. Corn, chilling. Wheat, chilling. Cane is giddy up. I heard someone saying today about trying to make oil or whatever from cane, from sugar. Anyway, and your cup of coffee. So your cup of coffee is pretty flat. All right. Hope you enjoyed that. Hit the like if you did. See you tomorrow.